All right. So I was planning on only seeing one movie tonight, which you'll hear me talk about that one movie a little later on the channel when I get that posted. Um, so I thought I have a little bit of time on my hands. The movie that I'm going to be talking about is relatively short, and I can knock this out no problem because tomorrow I'm going to be watching the remainder of the Best Picture nominees, mainly for just one more review before I have all uh, 10 of the Oscar noms watched. And I thought, might as well knock this out because I don't know when I'm going to be able to see it otherwise. And it's been hours since I've seen this movie. And I still feel tension in my legs from how scared I was watching this movie. Oh my gosh. My name is Daniel Strunk. Welcome back to QuickTime Reactions. The movie that I am, of course, talking about is Undertone. This is the newest horror movie from A24. You guys have seen me reacting to this movie's trailers, I should say, on the channel. This was written and directed by Ian Tucson and stars Nina Kiri and Adam DeMarco, as well as a couple of others in this movie. And it tells the story about a woman named Eve. She has a not so well mother, but also is a podcast host for, of course, a podcast called the Undertone Podcast, where her and her co-host talk about all sorts of creepy, scary things. She's a skeptic and he's a believer. They come across 10 different audio files, and as they start to uncover what's in those audio files, shit starts going loose around the house real quick. So it's just a matter of time before something bad ends up getting out. So, like I said, I reacted to the trailers for this movie, and you can go back and watch them and just see how scared I was just watching the trailers for this movie. So I could only hope that you all sent in your thoughts and prayers for me when I went to go see this movie. If you did, they didn't work because I was scared. I was scared real bad to the point where I almost shed tears, fear tears, while watching this movie. This movie, it's really good. First off, I sound like I'm mad at it, but I'm only mad at myself for being so scared about it. But the movie is really, really good. Um, Ian Tucson did a really good job not only directing this, but also writing it as well, giving us a really complex character in Eve, who's trying to take care of her really bad, ailing mother, while also trying to have a bit of escapism with this podcast. But also, as we start to learn more information about Eve, she also may be doing this for potentially different motives. I don't know. Um, and just the way that she was written and the way that Nina Kiri helms this movie, because she basically does this solo. Um, Other than Adam DeMarco basically talking over the phone, um, and sometimes getting glimpses of the mother, it's basically just Nina Kiri. And I thought she did a really good job um, in this movie. Um, the direction by Tucson in this, um, for one, is really good, but two, um, is going to put Mr. Tucson on my shit list uh, for here to eternity, because the way that he shoots this, it's like the person is like maybe here in frame, and then you have all this blank, dark space, and you're just waiting for something or someone to either walk or appear in that dark spot, in that dark space. And that is the majority of the reason why I spent most of the movie like watching like this or like this. And that's what had me tense throughout the whole movie. And only getting like a few instances to like breathe. And this is like one of the reasons why I sleep with a lamp on and all my doors shut, because I don't want to wake up in pitch black. I turn my like phone light on and I see something in front of me. I don't want that to happen. Hence why I sleep with a lamp on. And that's just one of my biggest fears, just out in the open. Um the music, it's all simple stuff. I wasn't able to catch who the composer was. Um or I can't remember the composer's name off the top of my head, probably because I just blocked it out because of fear. Um but the music in this is really simple. It's just really simple stuff. Like sometimes kids not lullabies, but like um kids songs that you heard a lot of when you were a kid, just made really, really terrifying. Like it's just really simple stuff. And the audio and stuff in this movie. If this movie doesn't get at least like some nominations, at least in the horror sphere when it comes to sound, then I think there should be full blown riots. Um, because the sound in this is really, really good and really good attention to detail. What I mean by that is when Eve puts on her headphones when she's at her laptop, whether answering calls or doing the podcast, you actually hear from her perspective what's going on. Like when she puts on her headphones, sound cuts out, and you just hear what she hears and maybe a little bit of what's going on the outside. And when she takes them off, the outside sound comes back in. It's just really good attention to detail stuff like that that makes me, one, smile and say that's pretty good filmmaking, and two, another thing that scares the absolute crap out of me while watching this movie. And when the end starts happening, like that's when, you know, shit hits the fan big time, and I'm just so tense in the chair, and it just cuts to black. You hear all of, this audio and stuff over a black screen, and then it just stops and then goes straight into like a kid's song over the credits. And I'm like, nah, I need to get out. Like, I like pushed the button on the chair because I had it in full recline. I pushed the button on the chair to get out of full recline, and I hauled ass down the stairs and out of the theater. Um, and that was when I was like, "Oh God, I my legs actually are tense from all the fear that I kept in my body." Um, but yeah, this movie was really really good. Do I plan on ever watching it again? Maybe, but I'm gonna have to have at least a couple of months away from this before I ever watch it again. before I even broach the idea of watching it again. I'm gonna need a couple months separation from this, but this movie was really really good. All the performances in this cast were really really good, especially Nina Kira. She did an absolutely awesome job in this movie. Sound design is 11 out of 10. The score is also really, really good. Really good writing and direction from Ian Tucson. And I think it definitely lives up to the hype, of at least the marketing of it anyway, where they say it's the scariest movie that you'll ever hear. I definitely agree with that sentiment. But those are just my thoughts. What are your guys' thoughts on the movie? Let me know down in the comments below. Um, yeah, I'm pretty much done with this one. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to sleep after seeing this, but I'm gonna try and get some sleep. And then tomorrow, heading into Sunday, be sure to be on the lookout for my review for my last Best Picture nominee before the Oscars. You'll hear my thoughts on Sentimental Value before the Oscars. So be sure to be on the lookout for that review. And also, AEW Revolution, be sure to look out for that review as well whenever that gets posted. So, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Be safe out there and don't open up weird audio files because you could get demon cursed. Not by Danhausen, by a uh, really evil demon. So just don't open up weird audio files. Just don't. Just don't. I'll catch you guys next time.